Mark Zuckerberg hates America.
What you are doing with your power that you have derived, because federal law gave you the ability to stand up and grow without being hit by lawsuits, you have used this power to act like you hold all the power, that you can make these decisions. You have driven this cancel culture.
He despises the country that nurtured his ability to make $12 million every day of the calendar year by monopolizing America's First Amendment in order to lure people to share their private lives to the world and low-level hackers.
I know that we don't exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy right now, to put it lightly.
The exposed data includes the personal information of over 533 million Facebook users from 106 countries, including over 32 million records on users in the United States. It includes their phone numbers, Facebook IDs, full names, locations, birth dates, bios, and in some cases even email addresses, according to Business Insider, serving a black market where sharing family pictures leads to your savings being wiped out. Through numerous hearings, Zuckerberg has presented himself as a conscientious crusader, protecting the pseudo-values of the digitally distracted millennial generation.
Facebook is an idealistic and optimistic company. For most of our existence, we focused on all of the good that connecting people can do. And as Facebook has grown, people everywhere have gotten a powerful new tool for staying connected to the people they love, for making their voices heard, and for building communities and businesses. Just recently, we've seen the Me Too movement and the March for Our Lives organized, at least in part, on Facebook.
But Zuckerberg is merely a cog in the New World Order elitist cabal's wheel, whose unchecked avarice has revealed true dark intentions as he rapes the ancestral land of Hawaii's oldest island, Kauai.
So now a billionaire comes in with his money, doing it by force, removing people out of their land.
It's one thing to want to protect your property. It's another when Native Hawaiians like Shannon Buckner still own pieces of your land.
So the land that you own is just across this fence right here?
Yes.
But Mark Zuckerberg has put up this wall and fence and it says no trespassing?
Yeah.
What would happen if you tried to go over there?
I'll get arrested for trespassing.
Even though it's your land?
Yep.
And as Zuckerberg foolishly taunts the curse of Hawaii's ancestors.
You want it? Sure, why not? It'll make a great souvenir. Okay, take it. Bad luck. Come and get me.
Facebook, in league with the treasonous Mockingbird media, vomit out propaganda against a former president of the United States. As NBC's headline declares, Trump's Facebook account should never be reinstated because we know what he'd use it for. The former president used social media as a propaganda tool to try to undermine American democracy. Of course, he'd do so again if given the opportunity. NBC's headline ironically undermines American democracy. Forbidding the use of a former president's First Amendment rights is treasonous. But NBC continues to stomp its boot on America's face forever, stating Facebook's oversight board will announce whether former President Donald Trump will once again be allowed to post on that company's platforms, which include both Facebook and Instagram. The company first took down a video and post from Trump, then suspended the then president's accounts for 24 hours on January 6th. CEO Mark Zuckerberg wrote that the risks of allowing the president to continue to use our service during this period are simply too great, which led to an indefinite suspension. No, Zuckerberg, the risks of allowing you and the neo-Marxism in Silicon Valley to continue its destruction of our republic and its founding principles are simply too great. Countless Americans faced certain death for those principles, and by the grace of God, they were victorious. It's not too much to ask that Americans delete their Facebook accounts if they haven't already. John Bound reporting.
I recently ran an ad where we played a cavalry bugle call in the background, and I made the point that, hey, the cavalry is here, but it's really true. Listeners are incredible, and when we're able to keep these great products in stock, we were able to fund ourselves last year and actually dig ourselves somewhat out of a hole that we'd been in because I expanded so much for the 2020 election. But thanks to you, we're still on air. But now because of the shutdown in production and because of slowdowns with the whole COVID lockdowns with the supply chain, a lot of our best-selling products have not been available for months and months and months. Some for 6 months, some have been discontinued. But the cavalry is here now in our funding because a lot of these products are finally coming back in. Prostagard, Vasobeats, Alpha Power, and of course Body's Ultimate Turmeric Formula are all in our top 10 bestsellers. Our second best seller is Body's Ultimate Turmeric Formula, 95% curcuminoids. It is back in stock right now, 50% off at InfoWarsStore.com. So really, you are the cavalry when you order these products at InfoWarsStore.com.